Typically in the Football Manager save, when you haven't won a match in your last 5, the best thing that could happen to you is facing a team at the bottom of the table. However, at Vancouver FC, well, we're just not normal now, are we? If the past has told us one thing, it is that we fall into the bottom of the table trap. Hopefully, we can right that ship here in the 2029 season. Welcome back to the American Dream. I am Mr. Cellophane. This is episode number 37. Thank you very much for joining me today. And we start off with York United. We are 7th on the table on 3 points. York also on 3 points, but with a inferior goal difference. Can we get things back on track, starting with the team on the table, the one team on the table that we theoretically should be able to beat? What could potentially help our cause is the return of George Marks into the starting lineup. He will be in between the sticks. He is all set and ready to go. Our medical staff says no issues with him starting in this match. The back three today is going to be Noah Abatna, Lucas Dasovic, and Hayden Sargis. It will be Castillo and Pertuz on the wings with Costa and Johnston in the midfield behind Noah Verhoeven, who is in the 10 spot in support of Yevon Ryazantsev and Alain Didier. Probably the thing that we are going to need the most in this match is secondary scoring. Alain Didier leads the team with 7 goals already on the season. However, I don't think there's anybody else with more than 1. We need to improve in that area of our game. I think if we can, that will lead to the comeback, which will lead to another successful season. We've come out on top of the regular season each of the last 3 years. Being in 7th place, even though it is still fairly early doors, is kind of an unusual spot for us since our inaugural season. Didier winning control off of the face-off. Oh my goodness gracious. The throw-in. Costa will lay it back to Dasovic as we look to move it forward 10 minutes in. Noah Verhoeven runs into traffic, so Dasovic will play it across for Noah Abatna. Still in control in our end, throwing it forward, looking for Costa. Doesn't find him, but Costa does find Didier, who also finds the waiting hands of the goalkeeper, McLean. So a first and early opportunity for Vancouver FC goes a begging. Off of the set piece, beautiful save by George Marks as we are able to clear that ball. 30 minutes in, not a lot going on positively for Vancouver FC, so we are going to demand more from our team, even though in the XG battle things are fairly even. Nice pick off by Isaiah Johnston, doing a little back checking while I'm in the hockey mentality here. Hayden Sargis playing it ahead, quickly past to Johnston, who will leave it back for Dasovic. I also think, and we touched on this in the last episode, the narrowing of the pitch, that was a mistake, and that's a mistake that we're going to have to endure for this season because there's really nothing we can do about it at this point. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. We are still in control, so we're playing our game, taking our time before we launch it forward for Alain Didier, who beats the goalkeeper for his 8th goal of the season. Noah Abatna picking up the assist. What a beautiful play. That vision down the field that Abatna displayed, absolutely chef's kiss. And Alain Didier with the right foot puts it home to give Vancouver FC the 1-0 lead. And we are searching for more just a minute and a half later. Costa off of the free kick. Can't pick out the top corner to go behind for a York United goal kick. 5-7, your shots on goal here in the first half. 63% of the possession, though, going toward Vancouver FC, and that is a big reason why we have the 1-0 lead. Can we do something with it here in the second half, though, as Sargis looks to control it at the edge of the final third before dropping it back to Dasovic. Up ahead once again to Isaiah Johnston, flipping it over the back line. He finds Jesse Costa. There's his second goal of the season, and it's York United 0, Vancouver 2. If balls over the top is going to be what it takes for us to be successful on a narrower pitch, then I am here for it. 68% of the possession is also what we are here for. That is how we run our game. Typically, it's that more compact, short passing, possession-based style. But again, if we're going to go over the top, if we're going to go for those home run balls, I am okay with that. Noah Verhoeven will make way for Rodolfo Nevaez. Juan Castillo in place of him is coming in Jackson Travis, in a final third throw-in for York United. Man, into the middle. Can't get a shot away, so it's played out for Edwards, who carried up the right wing back into the box. Into the middle. Ball's knocked loose. Max Ferrari picks it up. His first goal of the season will bring York United back within one with just over 11 minutes remaining in regulation here. It's York 1, Vancouver 2. Decent defense by Dozovic. He's able to dispossess Harris. Unfortunately, the loose ball comes straight through to Ferrari. And York United able to take advantage as George Marks still trying to find his sea legs a little bit. I'm not sure if his positioning was the greatest on that one. York on the counterattack at the end of the 90 minutes. Harris playing it forward, finds Cheng Ka-ho. Cheng Ka-ho, his cross is going to be blocked. Great defensive play on that right side by Hayden Sargis, but it will go out and be a throw-in for York United. Noguera playing it back. Harris with it in the box. Cheng Ha-Kuo off of a deflection. That one hit, who was that? It was Isaiah Johnston. And York United able to equalize in stoppage time and make it 2-2. Cheng Ka-ho just took the shot, threw it on goal, hoped something good would happen, and sadly, to the detriment of Isaiah Johnston, for York United, it did, and that is where we are going to end up once again for the 6th consecutive match, dropping points. Well, at least we're still only a mere 2 points out of a playoff spot. And the team in that final playoff spot was Valor FC, our next opponent. Nevaez putting home a penalty that was drawn by a very heads-up play by Elan Khanusi. Pertuz puts it in the middle. Alain Didier pokes home his 9th of the year. So that secondary scoring, well, we're still really not getting it. 24th minute on the counterattack. Ball thrown in, and Herrera's shot just eats George Marks alive. Late in the match, a bad turnover by Juan Castillo led to a vicious counterattack that once again should have been saved by George Marks. Blissfully for us, it was called back for offside, and we were able to hang on to the 2-1 victory, our first win in 7. So making it 2 in a row would be just stupendous. Off of the throw-in, Pertuz throwing it back post, finds who else? Alain Didier for his 10th of the year. Off of the corner, great recycling job here from Elan Khanusi. Wenchi throwing it on net. Matt Buckley charged with the own goal. It's 2-0 Vancouver. We would add a third as a beautiful pass into space from Nevaez finds Pertuz, his second assist of the afternoon. Second goal for Alain Didier. He's now got 11 on the year. 3-0 your final score. And finally, looks like Vancouver is cooking with gas. Best $2,000 I've spent so far in this save was the goal bonus I just paid to Alain Didier. Hoping to make it 3 on the spin as we host top of the table Pacific FC in another BC derby, and the Alain Didier show rolls on. First shot on target, able to put it past Avellaneda for his 12th goal of the year. Late on, kind of a weird opportunity. Soft Christian header by Didier. His second of the match, 13th of the year, 50th of his career for the 2-0 Vancouver victory. And frankly, it could have been a lot more. Alain Didier had not one but 2 goals in the first half, called back due to offsides. Pacific FC managing just the single shot on target, had a few opportunities that they left on the table late in that second half, but 3 victories in a row, and we are starting to look like the Vancouver FC of old. And we just knew it was going to be a matter of time before the success of Alain Didier, and only Alain Didier, on this squad was going to start to cause a problem. Didier is now unhappy, according to his agent, because he wants a new challenge at a more ambitious club. We tried to beg him to stay. We tried to offer him more money. None of it worked. He's still unhappy. And now he's not the only one, because Elan Khanusi, Lukas Dazovic, Sandro Ferrari, and Wen Chi are all unhappy themselves now because they feel that I should let Alain Didier leave the club. Now, luckily for us, the more influential members of the squad, Isaiah Johnston, George Marks, James Graffard, Hayden Sargis, and Dante Campbell, are all supportive of me. Of course, all those players who are upset represent the future of the club, so even if we were to stay in Vancouver, even if we were to continue to have success like we are right now, still think we've got one foot out the door. Trying to make it 4 in a row as we hosted Halifax Wanderers. Didn't get anything going in the first half, but in the second, Juan Castillo changed all that with his shot from 25 yards out in the 54th minute to make it 1-0. Thought we were going to be able to hang on to that, but a missed header from James Graffard falls to our old foe Canada, and he did not miss, slotting it past George Marks to earn a 1-1 draw. The win streak over at 3. The unbeaten streak, though, rolls on. So a disgruntled Star, a heartbreaking equalizer, and a road match against Forge FC just smelled like a recipe for disaster, and an early corner kick goal put them up 1-0, and then an own goal from Juan David Pertuz made it 2 to the good for Forge. We did manage to come back over. Costa feeding it ahead. Alain Didier put his weirdness aside and scored for the first time in 3 matches to make it 2-1. Costa then in control again, fed Isaiah Johnston. Set shot from just outside the box, made it 2-2. Second assist of the night for Costa, and then a gorgeously executed set piece finds James Graffard all alone in the box. 3-2 your final. Vancouver FC managing to pull out the victory, even though Forge threw everything but the kitchen sink at us late on, and we were able to find our winning ways again and run our unbeaten streak to a season-high 5. It is an unbeaten streak, however, that has not come without a cost. Before the Forge FC match, we lost Juan Castillo for 3 to 6 weeks with a strained thigh. In the match, Noah Abatna left the pitch with a damaged kneecap. He's going to miss the next 7 to 8 weeks. But we end today's episode where we began, taking on the team sitting at the bottom of the table. This time it is Calvary FC, and this time we are at home. Now, a couple of changes being made, obviously necessitated by the injuries. Jackson Travis is going to make his 3rd consecutive start as our left back. James Graffard is going to come in as our left center back in place of the injured Noah Abatna. It is going to be the only start he's going to make for us for a little while. He has just been called up to international duty with Haiti. He leaves after the conclusion of the match. The rest of the back 3 is going to be Lukas Dazovic and Wen Chi. We are still upset at Wen Chi for being part of the revolt to try to get Alain Didier out of the squad. However, we did realize that after 11 matches, we'd only played 711 of the necessary 2,000 U21 minutes so far this season. So we want to make sure that when we do get to the end of the year, we qualify for the playoffs. So when she is in. Also in the midfield, it's going to be Isaiah Johnston and Jesse Costa. Noveas will be at the 10 for the same reason as when she is starting, as is William Kabbalah. He will be paired up top with Alain Didier. Maybe Kabbalah can find some scoring magic for us, because the only other member of our starting 11 who has more than 1 goal on the season besides Alain Didier is Jesse Costa, and he has 2. He, of course, has added 3 assists, so that makes him quite a valuable member of our midfield. Currently, I like that we picked him up over the past transfer window. So far, he has done quite the job for us. Also, so far in this match, well, it's pretty much all Calvary FC. 7 shots on goal, 5 of them belong to the visitors. Kobza throwing it forward. Hendry with a weak header on, and Marks will handle that one pretty easily, but a good opportunity for Calvary that, sadly for them, goes a-begging. We are in the pink with the black stripes as Noveas controls it, throws it forward. It finds its way to Alain Didier behind the defense. Didier's in, and he'll slot it past Carducci for his 15th goal of the year. Alain Didier, even though he is unhappy, he has still found a way to keep on scoring goals in back-to-back matches after he had one where he didn't score at all. How dare he? And he is far and away our best offensive player so far this season. And I'm glad we took advantage of that opportunity because they have been few and far between in this match. Controlling it off of the throw, and James Griffard throws it forward looking for Didier, but Carducci coming off his line will get to that one first. As his team backs up, he'll drop it and send it into the Vancouver end. The only player nearby is Wen Chi. He will let that go, and George Marks will take over. Played ahead. Dezovic already on a yellow card. Near side Campbell drops it back for Wen Chi. Up through the middle, Isaiah Johnson. We are still playing through the middle. Looking for Travis. Knocked away by Calvary, and here they come the other way. Ogley feeding it wide. Hendry chipping it into the middle looking for Downs. He'll be pushed by Wen Chi. Wen Chi's not going to get a card out of this one, but a penalty is going to be awarded, and Calvary with a chance to tie it up. Leandro, though, can't beat George Marks. He guesses correctly, stays on his feet, and knocks it behind for a corner. So with 5 minutes remaining in this first half, Hobby Bula to send it in, looking back post, and Dozovic will clear it. Chasing it down is Jesse Costa. Calvary is able to catch up to him, so he'll just circle it back toward the near sideline and play it to the safety of his defense. A fantastic opportunity for Calvary. They could not take advantage. Could be one of the reasons why they have lost their last 5. Leandro missing the penalty is the story of the first half, as is the 23rd minute goal from Alain Didier, his 15th of the year. And that is the difference in this match. It's Vancouver 1, Calvary 0. Still waiting for one of Alain Didier's strike partners to do something in this season. It has not been Yevhen Ryazantsev. It has not been William Kabala. And it has not been Mohamedou Kane. Travis picking up the loose ball along the near sideline. 10 minutes into this second half. Dazovic up for Wen Chi. Feeding Campbell up the right wing. He'll get a few players running forward. Feeding Noveas into the middle. Didier taken out. No call. Harms blocks the shot. And a free kick will be awarded as Hendry is brought down. I think the referee is missing the big story here as Alain Didier taken down, but no penalty call was made. Costa turning it over. Hendry looking to go the other way. Hendry all over the place so far in this match. Still carrying up that right wing. Into the middle. Leandro denied once again by George Marks. And Dante Campbell will look to go the other way. Couple of opportunities for Calvary FC that George Marks has been able to handle so far, both off of the foot of Leandro. James Griffard into the box. Carducci will just snag that and look to send it forward. We've played just over 60 minutes. The hour mark has come and gone. Dozovic cushions the header down to Johnston. Griffard for Travis, quickly ahead for Kabala, swept away, and Leandro takes over for Calvary FC. Lu Xiaoming up the near side. Hendry in traffic, plays it back. Harms looking to send it into the box, and George Marks is there quickly rolling it out to Griffard. Johnston back for Dozovic, over for Wen Chi. Costa has it, loses it. Ogley shoots it and misses everything. We have demanded a bit more discipline from our team. Kabala's got to come out. Mohamedou Kane will go in, although I love the body language on Yevhen Ryazantsev. He has played and started the last couple of matches to absolutely zero success. Isaiah Johnson will also get him out of there and bring in Matteo Schiavone, who has seen very limited action so far this season. We really did, in our last transfer window, concentrate on bolstering our numbers in the midfield. We have done such a good job with that, and Jesse Costa has been such a productive member of this team that we have not been able to rotate players in quite as often as maybe we would have in the past. Good save on Costa's shot. It will go behind for a corner. Less than 10 minutes left to play. Noveas from the near corner to send it in. With the left foot, it will be an outswinging delivery, which is a little rare for us. If you spend enough time watching these videos, Travis can't get his head on it. Kabza is able to clear it. Wondering if the rest of the half is going to go by without much incident. 4 minutes to be added on as we tick down toward the 90. It's Vancouver FC 1, Calgary FC 0. Travis to throw it in. Giovanni gives it back to him. Played into the middle. Costa turns, feeds it ahead. Giovanni with his right foot tries to tuck it inside the far post and unfortunately fails to do so. Calvary looking with maybe their last real opportunity to send it in. Hendry takes care of business. A terrible clearance attempt leads to a Calvary FC equalizer. And I think we may end up bookending this video with another disappointing performance against a bottom of the table team. Unable to clear it outside of the box, Hendry volleys it past George Marks, and another late equalizer in stoppage time undoes Vancouver FC. Second consecutive draw, but at least the unbeaten streak continues. It is an unbeaten streak, however, that has taken us to second on the table. Now, the two teams immediately behind us in Halifax and Forge, both with a pair of games in hand. So we may not be able to hold on to this position. Back-to-back draws could hurt us in the end. Alain Didier, though, is leading the Canadian Premier League with 14 league goals. At least we have that bright spot to hang our hat on, and at least we are not scraping the bottom of the table, which is where we started off. Coming up in our next episode, we're going through to the summer break. I think we're going to have to need to add another striker in the transfer window, unless one of our three other guys can get something done. It can't just be Alain Didier, because eventually another team may come a-calling. If you like that video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you are brand new, welcome in. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comments what brought you to our little neck of YouTube. And we look forward to seeing everybody back tomorrow for a new episode of The American Dream. Until then, bye-bye.